Welcome to Stardew Valley, the farming simulator that's practically the best of its kind, and today we're going to do the impossible. Complete the entire game without talking to a single soul. That's right, no chatting, no gossiping, no awkward small talk, it's just you, your farm, and the sweet, sweet solitude of nature. But before we get started, let's be clear, we cannot build anything, buy anything from regular shops, that includes the bag, and we must avoid unnecessary conversations at all costs. There are a couple of mandatory chats we'll have to suffer through, but we will get to that. Spoiler, it's going to be painful. So in the beginning, Stardew Valley gives you this quest called Introductions. Now the game is basically trying to force us to talk to people. Like, who wants to do that? I don't need any new friends. I'm perfectly content being alone on my farm with my cat. Hey, maybe I can be crazy cat person. But we will use this quest to track how many people we've failed to avoid. If we get an introduction, well, we failed. Goodbye, dreams of solitude. Now, the game starts you with two essential interactions, Robin and Lewis. Now they don't count as introductions because, well, they're literally giving us the farm. Thanks guys. There are also two characters that will force us into mandatory interactions. Marlon, who doesn't count as a person because let's face it, he's basically a mystery wrapped in a cowboy hat even though he doesn't have a cowboy hat, and the wizard. We'll just skip those cutscenes. Can't have any more names on our social calendar. Okay, but there's the deal. Our grandpa has left us this farm and we unfortunately have social anxiety disorder. So we've had to leave our childhood home where we were forced to attend a luau. Imagine everyone wanting to talk to you all day and you doing your best not to run away like a scared rabbit. Fortunately, we were saved by Cousin Merchant and Uncle Marlon. Heroes, really. They took us away to the city to live our best online school food delivery life until our parents passed away. And now we're broke, living in a small town called Stardew Valley. So yeah, we're going to turn this place into an income generating solo paradise, avoiding everyone. I mean, why talk to anyone when you can live off the land, right? Now let's talk farm choice. There are a bunch of options, but my personal favourite, the Four Corners farm. Why? Well, it's got plenty of room for crops, a quarry, for ores if we need them, and it's got space for skill building. And it also drops lots of seeds. Other farms, they're fine, but unless we get super lucky, we won't reach level 10 farming as easily. And that's a problem, because we're going to need all the luck we can get. Our game plan, we need to make 24,999 gold, but not a single purchase from Pierre's shop. No fishing, no buying the bag, you heard me. No bag, yes, zero, nothing. We'll start by chopping trees, foraging, and working towards unlocking the beach, so we can make some early cash. We'll buy a small chair from the travelling merchant because it will give us access to the secret woods. This will be very important for more foraging and avoiding people. By day 5, we'll trigger the cutscene with Mayor Lewis. He counts as already introduced, so no harm there. From there on, we'll just mine, chop and forage, carefully avoiding anyone who tries to approach us. We should mine as much as possible and we cannot die or pick up any copper. We still have a lot to accomplish and we cannot have people coming to our farm and speaking to us uninvited. The regular route is set. We water our crops, check for seeds, check spring onions, mine until midnight and repeat. Make sure to fill your inventory with stone when mining to stop yourself from collecting copper. Any other metal is fine, for some reason. After a while, Marnie will show up at the door. If the cutscene lasts too long, it will appear that Marnie has introduced herself, and we can't have that. If you skip the cutscene, you will have a cat and no introductions. Great. Thank you, Stardew. Soon after this, entering Cindersap Forest will have the children wanting to talk to us about some spooky ghost in the sewer. This will trigger an introduction with Jasmine. I didn't realise this for a while and unfortunately had to reset. We can enter Cindersap Forest before 9 AM until after 2 PM to avoid this. This wasn't always the case, but sometimes I would wait until 6 PM just in case.
Saturday is treat day.
No, sorry, forage day, and we use this time to collect every forageable from the map. Unfortunately, going to the beach will trigger Willy, giving us his old, stiff rod, and we must avoid this. I learned this in my no energy, no level challenge, but to avoid him we simply come at 6 PM. Unfortunately, even on a Saturday, we still have to wait until after 6 PM. Next, we have to talk about gold star vegetables. We need 5 gold star parsnips. Fortunately, we can get them from mixed seeds. In order to maximize time and effectiveness, get to level 1 farming, make some scarecrows, and then check and reset the day until you have 1 gold star parsnip. After that, fill your inventory with stuff and check for gold star vegetables every day. With enough luck, you should have this within a week. We need to fill the community centre and complete bundles to unlock the next sections. We have limited money and time, so only go to the community centre when you have a full bundle. The easiest 2 upgrades are spring forageables and crab pot bundles. If you are unlucky, wait until summer to get summer forageables. How are we going to get a furnace? Clint will talk to you and give you a crafting recipe, but we can't speak to him, so what can we do?
What? What the f?
The blacksmith bundle does in fact give you a furnace, but we would have to get a copper, iron and gold bar first. So how do we do that? Well, we need a bit of luck. The best way to get lucky is to kill 500 dust sprites. I know, I have to do this again, but it will be worth it for sprinklers. Add kill dust sprites to the daily to-do list. Void spirits and squid kids have a chance to drop metal bars, so if you see them, kill them. Okay, so now we have 24,999 gold. What can we buy? A chair and anything else for the community centre. What else? Nothing. We don't actually need that much money. I know what you're thinking. Why can't just get loads of money? Because the trigger for Demetrius will come to your house and give you bat disease or fungus is to earn 25,000 gold. So just buy whatever you want, but if you keep yourself with low money and you don't have a chair, you can use a bench to gain access to the secret woods and pass out from low energy. We're going to be doing this a lot, and it could be worth it for some hardwood. Another huge issue is hardwood. So with our burglar ring in hand and finally hitting level 7 foraging, we can kill these slimes for the seeds and get very consistent amount of hardwood. I managed to get 700 by the end of the first year, which is way too much, but it helped me with other options. Hardwood got, furnace got, carts are opened, and now everything's about farming and sprinklers. With the gold, iron and quartz we have obtained, we can spend a few days smelting until we have enough sprinklers for the farm. I had about 40 sprinklers running at the same time and filled all gaps with a huge amount of wild seeds. Full stacks of wild seeds can sell for about 40,000, so try to get a full stack of each if you can. Coffee also drops from dust sprites, and full stacks of coffee beans can sell for 25,000 gold. More seeds gets more experience, and we definitely want a seed maker as quickly as possible. The seed maker will allow us to make more seeds, such as winter wild seeds from winter root, or if we need more wheat and hay for the community centre. Green Rain Day is a great new addition to the game and actually makes this challenge possible. On that day, we can go anywhere, unimpeded by people. The beach is fine, and Willy is in his shop, staying dry. We can also obtain a lot of foraging experience. If you are already at level 7, then you don't need to bother, but if not, it's a great way to get a lot of foraging experience. We will also need a lot of wood, iron and gold in this challenge, so keep a stockpile of many materials in the house. Move everything useful into the house, make a few lightning rods to get at least 5 batteries for later. Because we have this lovely cat, he will give us some random obtainable fish for each season. Use this to help obtaining fish for the community centre. So now it is winter and there's not a lot for us to do. We've saved a bunch of stuff to sell. Check the travelling merchant every time. There is still one issue. Pierre. Pierre comes on Sundays in winter to tell you about some new seeds next year. Ooh. If it's raining, he won't come, but it doesn't rain in winter, so we must use a warp totem if we want to do anything outside of our farm. Otherwise, we just go to bed. Also, do not buy cloth from the travelling merchant until year 2, because Emily will visit you on the farm every day. Very annoying. Had to reset again. Don't want to talk about it. We have filled the community centre with everything we can. Everything else is available from the travelling merchant, and we just need money. So on Saturday, winter 27, sell everything. Chop all hardwood trees, move everything into the house. From the next day onwards, we will have loads of different people coming to talk to us every day. Kent is back, so from now on, we cannot use our farmland. In order to escape, we need to use totems. The beach totem will work after 6 PM, but the mountain totem will work until the fish tank bundle is complete. Finish that bundle last. Now we can finish the bus, exchange a bunch of jade for stairs, and get cloth and iridium. I got very lucky and ended up with an auto petter and some iridium sprinklers. I hadn't finished the mines, so I ended up going to the mines on the desert festival day. This also helped me obtain some more items for the community centre. I traded some Omni Geodes for some desert warp totems, helping me in the future. I used the Stardew Valley predictor to see when I needed to go to the travelling merchant. I would use a mountain totem, buy the stuff, and then spam using the pickaxe until I passed out. Repeat until community centre is complete. This took a few years. I backed up my save before finishing the community centre just in case the game had one final trick. I see the cutscene with the community centre completed and realise I've done it. I have completed the community centre without talking to any of the 26 people in town. However, upon triggering the cutscene, it will show that I have introduced myself to Pierre, the Falcon Dunce. So I revert back to my old save and finish the game with Joja. Not ideal, but at least they don't count as people to the game. And that's it. But you can go
Even further beyond!
Sleep until it's a green rain day. This will open up Willy's back room. Bring 200 hardwood, 5 batteries and 5 iridium bars. Go into Willy's shop, into the back room. No cutscene will trigger. You can finish the boat. Go to sleep and wait for the next year of green rain.
One eternity later.
Now you can go to Ginger Island. No introduction with Willy will happen. If you make some tents by using cloth and hardwood, you can sleep for a while on the island until you have enough walnuts to have your own bed. Afterwards, you can obtain the recipe for the island warp totem or exchange them using dragon's teeth. Keep moving your materials and tools to the island slowly but surely until you have a nice setup area. This is what I've been able to achieve so far. I could have a friend pop into the game with upgraded tools to clear out the farm and make it more efficient, but I just wanted this lonely character to have all the money she would need. How about we go one step further? If we use the minecarts to travel to the quarry and skip the cutscene, we can obtain the pan without introducing ourselves to Willy. Also, Gunther doesn't count as a person, so we could also complete the museum if you wanted to. Also, on a green rain day, or if we're coming back from the island, we can buy a fishing rod. Because we have read some fishing experience book, we can actually buy the fiberglass rod. This means we can do everything on the island except for this rock. Of course, I didn't do any fishing, but if you want to try it, you could do it in a different way. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Let me know any fun Stardew facts in the comments below, or what you would have done differently. Be good to yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.